What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, JoshyP, back again with another video. And I know it's been a little while. My last video was the Sixers Heat series preview, and I'm going to have another video on that tomorrow. Actually, technically today, because I'm going to upload this after midnight. Um, so a double upload for you guys. But anyway, that's not the topic of this video. Topic of this video is the NFL draft and a little bit of the Eagles draft picks and a little recap that a little bit for you guys and talk about how I feel about how we did, the guys we got, and how I feel the team is going to be moving forward. Today was the last day. It was day 3. It was rounds 4 through 7. And the Eagles picked up 4 more guys today. Um, only made one pick the first 2 days. It was in the second round. Um, Originally started at round 1, pick 32. And I believe the reason that they have that pick or had that pick was because they were world champions, Super Bowl world champ. I believe that the Super Bowl champions get the 32nd pick. That's the point I'm trying to make. Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, David Akers, and then we trade out of the pick. Fine. I waited up to hopefully see the pick, and the two guys that I really wanted going into this draft, like the two guys that I had my mind set on whether we were to pick at 32 or to move back, was Darius Geis or Geis or Geese or however you say his name. I think it's Geis, and Justin Reed, the safety. And we didn't get either of those guys. In fact, we passed up on both those guys because they both went after us in the second. Geis went to the Redskins, and I don't remember where Justin Reed went, but he went in the third round. So we moved back with the Ravens, who took Lamar Jackson at 32. So good for him. I was really hoping he was going to get picked in the first round. I thought he was going to go to the Patriots, which would have been scary, but he went to Baltimore, and I think he'll probably usurp Joe Flacco this season if they have any sense. But enough about the Ravens. Who gives a shit about them? We're talking about the Eagles, excuse me. And at pick number 49, David Akers goes up there and absolutely fucking destroys the Dallas crowd, saying, when you last time you were in the Super Bowl, these draft picks weren't even born, shit like that. It was hilarious. I love David Akers. I have David Akers somewhere up here. No, I have a signed David Akers football and a signed like poster thing, but I don't have it down here. Um, David Akers, the man, goes up there, kills it, and announces Dallas Goedert, tight end from South Dakota State, so another small school. But if you look at this dude, huge. I think he's 6'5", 200 something pounds. The man has hands. He's making one-handed grabs. Honestly, if I'm gonna make a comparison, the two that come to mind are, he's not really a Zach Ertz type. Zach Ertz is kind of fast, kind of shifty, and has great hands as well. So that is one little thing they have in common. However, this dude is just a freaking monster, and I'd compare him to like Travis Kelce or honestly Gronk. That's what I see when I look at this guy. Now I'm no scout. I don't get paid to watch college players, but I feel like this guy can make such a difference. Matchup nightmare. My boy Tyler Steege, I'm not entirely sure how to say his last name, on Twitter was saying if you have a fast, like twitchy guy in the slot, then you can line Goddard on him, or if you have a big slot cornerback, you put Aguilar on him, a little bit of fast pace compared to that. And honestly, this offense is just looking like such a matchup nightmare. Now, I don't really expect a second. Well, I mean, Zach Ertz was a second round tight end, but I mean, I don't expect him to go in there and make big money moves, right away. A couple touchdowns, couple 100 yards would be great. He's just really another red zone threat. I kind of want to ease him in. You know, you don't need to, he's not going to be your go to tight end because you have an all star, all pro, whatever. Like I'm used to the NBA talk now. You have a Pro Bowl tight end in Zach Ertz, and he's your franchise tight end. We're going to keep him here, hopefully, until he retires. And he can kind of groom Goddard, bring him up. Now, Ertz is not old, so these guys can pretty much be a 1-2 punch for the next 5-6 years. That'd be absolutely amazing. I'm like I said, I really wanted Geis or Reed. However, I see how this can be very, very, very beneficial to the team. And honestly, I think I really like Jay Ajayi. I love the move last year for him, and I really like Jay Ajayi. I also really like Corey Clement as a passing option slash change of pace back. Plus, Darren Sproles got re-signed today, so he will be there returning punts, kicks, or sorry, just punts, and another out of the backfield option on wheel routes or screens or whatever. That's what he does best. He's getting old, yeah, but it'll give Clement some more time even to develop. I mean, the dude was making game-changing plays in the Super Bowl, and everybody thinks that they're not going to use him that much. Also, Jay Ajayi, now that LeGarrett's not here, has a chance to be more of a feature back, which I really like, and so I'm kind of glad they didn't take Geis. However, Justin Reed, it would have been really nice to have him play behind Malcolm Jenkins and Rodney McLeod. And then when McLeod, because I don't really honestly see him in the long term plans. I really liked the signing at first when it happened last year or the year 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, that was 2 years. That was 2 years ago. Rod got signed, but I don't. I love the signing then, but I don't see him in the long term plans. He's really not playing at a super, super, super high level. Excuse me. And I would have loved to have seen Justin Reed kind of get groomed behind them and step into that role afterwards. Okay, 7 minutes now, and I haven't moved past the second round. We're gonna go through these next four guys pretty darn quick. In the fourth round, the Eagles traded up, I believe, and got. I don't know if they traded, and I could be wrong here, so correct me if I'm wrong. They traded up for one of the two guys, I think. Or no, that was when they traded. Sorry, they traded up to get Goddard. My bad. These two guys, they stayed put. Um, they picked up Avante Maddox, I believe is his name, defensive back out of where did he come out of? Pitt. And then they picked Josh Sweat, defensive end out of Florida State, I believe. And I've heard very good things about these guys. However, I don't know really how much you can project them to do. Maddox is very short. However, he's very fast. I'm taller than this guy, and I'm pretty short. So, um, he's looking to be a slot guy, which is good because we don't really know how the cornerback situation is going to pan out. Whether Sid's going to play outside with Ronald Darby or Jalen Mills, or how the rotation is going to go. And now that Maddox is going to be thrown into the mix, it's going to make that a lot more confusing. Then you have Josh Sweat, who I'm very excited for because this dude is a freak athlete, and he's had a lot of knee issues, a lot of knee injuries, knee surgeries. That worries me. However, the Eagles have shown that they can take guys who have a little bit of a shaky injury past and fix it, correct it. Alshon Jeffrey, for instance. Yeah, he tore his rotator cuff, but the man played through it all season long. Carson, I feel like, is going to come off this ACL very strong. Who else? I don't know. I feel like Novacare being their like team facility does a really good job tending to everybody and keeping everybody healthy. The team really didn't suffer too many injuries besides like Darren Sproles and Carson Wentz and but I'm not too worried about it, and I'm excited to see another young defensive end, Derek Barnett, and hopefully this guy can be included in the mix as well. The defensive line this year is projecting to be insane, right? So you have Derek Barnett and Brandon Graham on the ends, starting with Fletcher Cox and Tim Jernigan. And then your second string is Chris Long on the outside, Michael Bennett, and why am I blanking out on who the fourth defensive tackle is? Haloti Nada. And now Josh Sweat at defensive end as well. You also have Destiny Viau and Stephen Means, two guys that the team really likes as well. Then now we're going to move into these last two guys because there's really not a lot to say about them. They're just two kind of really big, bulky offensive linemen. Matt Pryor, an offensive guard. I honestly don't remember which college he came out of. And Jordan Mailata. He came from Australia. He's a rugby player, offensive tackle. And really, this guy is just huge. He's huge and he's a pretty good athlete. So if they could give him any kind of football skill and hopefully he can do something, be depth at least, whatever. Anytime you can get any kind of value out of your sixth or seventh round picks is good, like we've seen with Jalen Mills, who's had exceptional seventh round value. Obviously, helping in a Super Bowl is gonna skyrocket anyone's value, like Corey Clement, UDFA. And I haven't really gotten a chance to look at a lot of the undrafted free agents, but they normally do a pretty good job with, like, Corey Clement, perfect example. Of going out and getting guys that can help the team after the draft. So please, guys, go ahead. Tell me how you feel about this draft. I'd give it about like a B plus, B. I think it was solid, not great, not bad though. I think they picked up depth positions and they are in a spot where they have so much talent on this roster that they don't need to chase. They didn't need to chase guys positions in need because there really wasn't a position in need. Um, like Howie mentioned, there just really wasn't much of a chance to get a running back. A lot of guys wanted a running back. I personally, if it wasn't Geis or say Ronald Jones, I didn't really want anyone because I really didn't feel like taking someone earlier in the first would have been a good idea. I thought second round value would have been nice. However, I do have a lot of faith in Ajayi and Clement and Sproles, and I feel like that them not taking a running back showed that faith as well. So like I said, guys, please leave a like on the video. Let me know what you think of the draft in the comments below. Also, follow me on Twitter at TheJoshyP and subscribe for more Philadelphia sports talk, mainly Sixers and Eagles, but that's what we're going to keep it to, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate the support lately, even if you just stop by and watch the video. Leave a comment, like, whatever. I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.